Well, this is just a solo overnight with the camper. The canopy that I made into a camper. But we're going to be going up a rather remote mountain road that goes, it's a Forest Service road. It goes in about 20 miles. And up to a pass on the Idaho-Montana border. Not a whole lot planned, but I do guarantee you one thing. You're going to see some great scenery. So, I'm glad you're along for the ride, and the walk, and the camp, and probably some fishing too. So let's head on down the road. Well, I found a nice log pole that I can use as a ridge pole for a tarp. And I have a large tarp, just one of the cheap ones from Harbor Freight, the camo one for tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it set up. Rain already, but I got this up just enough to give us some shelter so we can get relaxed. Actually, this tarp is a little bigger than I need, but there'll be other opportunities to use it. So, meanwhile, I'm going to get things set up inside and get comfortable. Well, I hope there's enough light in here that you can get an idea how we get set up. I just use that ridge pole across the top, and I'll get some shots of this tarp over it. Tarp's actually a little big for the ridge pole, but it has started to rain, and it's certainly nice to have it. So, I'm going to get the bedding all set up, and doesn't look like I'm going to get in any fishing today. We're way high. I'll check on the elevation. Well, the trusty GPS says we are at 6,207 feet. We are up there. And it's just amazing. Give you an idea what this looks like. This actually is the end of a Forest Service road. I think the number was 430. It goes all the way up to the Idaho border, and this particular area often is used for outfitters to set up camps to hunt into Idaho. The Idaho hunting season, and particularly for elk, starts earlier than the Montana season. Right now we're looking over on the Montana side. It's sort of a cloudy, overcast day, as I said earlier. It's been raining a little bit, not a lot. But with the thunder and lightning that we saw in the distance, I thought it prudent to go ahead and set up camp here rather than try to find something along the creek. I knew this was here, and I've often wanted to camp up in one of these meadows in this area and just see what we might see this evening. Here's a better look at the camp so far. The tarp is, well, it's functional. It works. As I said earlier, it's a little longer than we really need, but I really wasn't sure that I was going to use this tarp or one of the other ones that I've used in the past in one of my other videos. I can't remember the size of this thing. Somewhere around, I don't know, 15 by 20. It is just a cheap $17 tarp from Harbor Freight, which is certainly enough for this purpose. Works out pretty well. hopefully we'll have some wildlife come in here. Last year on the drive up here, because I've been in this area before, Debbie spotted a bear, so that was nice to see. On the way today, I saw a deer, and I won't be doing any driving around in the evening, considering I don't want to take down that tarp. So we'll just do a little hiking and see what we find. It's amazing country. We had some snow right off the edge of the road coming in. I say we by habit. Jor isn't with me this trip. He wasn't feeling all that well, I don't think, and he just wanted to hang around in the house. It was pretty hot in the valley, but boy, it's sure not hot up here. Should be a nice evening. Right below that sign that says pack it in, pack out on that rock. I don't know if you could see it or not. There goes another one. We got gophers all over the place. There he goes. This would have been another nice spot, particularly if you had some tents to set up. Obviously, an outfitter has used this during the hunting season. Want to get a shot of that peak over there on the Idaho side. Quite a bit of snow up there. Just walk around this area a little bit, and this looks like an interesting trail. Sure hear a lot of the birds back in here. Well, this is interesting. Looks like a little bit of a spring. See if we can identify any tracks around it. There's some deer. Pretty boggy, so you really can't tell much. And I do not feel like getting super wet. However, this would probably be a pretty good place to set up the trail cam tonight and see if anything happens to be walking around that bog. Good morning. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Nice blue sky. The storm never did come out last night. And I did not set out the trail cam because it looked like it was going to storm pretty hard. And while I should know better, they say water resistant, not totally waterproof, but you do leave a trail cam out for many, many days and it should be just fine. So I won't be so particular next time. But it's a pretty day. It's about 20 miles or so to the first, or to the only marked major highway. And we follow the stream off and on, pretty much all the way down. So I think today we'll try, see if we can hook a few fish. And maybe we'll run into some critters. We'll see what the day brings. This is a beautiful meadow. Let's walk out in it a ways and take a closer look. We do have snow here too. Every once in a while, up on the side of the mountains, I can see goats, but they're pretty hard to spot, particularly this time of the year when there's so many little places of snow also. And what a beautiful meadow. Looks like it's a little bit too fast to throw a fly in. Many times I've actually driven by this old road, and I thought to myself, well, someday I'm going to go see if that goes anywhere. I did it again today, and then I thought to myself, you know, this must be someday. So let's go down this little road. I see it's been what they call Kelly humped, closed off. May not go anywhere. Who knows? Let's go see. Well, I see there's been tire tracks up here, so someone's been up here. Well, it obviously has been a camp in here. I certainly can't say for sure, but I would imagine hunting camp. If I was staying here, at least they'd leave less of this nice little supply of firewood. Well, that's the adventure. This must be sub day. This looks like a beautiful spot. Make our way down to the water and maybe we can see a little fishy. Well, looks like we got company up here. Little guy. Oh, there he goes. Up there with Mama. Wow, I just remembered that I forgot something today, or yesterday. I forgot to get my fishing license. So I think it would be prudent as we go down this road and get closer to civilization not to try dunking a lure or fly or putting a fly on right now. So I'm planning on coming back here within a few weeks and doing this again. So we'll catch our fish then. Meanwhile, I hope you've enjoyed our trip, and please join us for the next one. And remember, keep hiking.